Now the Sparks just have to vacate the point pretty quickly. Maybe stall it out for a little bit, or maybe they take it back. Minefield for Shadowbird. He flew a little bit too low. And Rhea getting rid of Cruz now. That's two. He's looking for Gray, and he'll get it. Another 3K from the Tracer at Hangzhou Spark. Nico's able to fire back, but he was hacked and couldn't do anything.
Paris Eternal versus the Hangzhou Spark. Paris having a pretty rough stage so far, and Spark not looking too much better. They've eked out wins against some middling teams, but have gotten stepped on by other people. LaFawn, this is on paper a pretty contested match.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Spark take this one 3-1, and that comes down to the fact that Paris, I never know what I'm going to get with them. At least with Spark, it's consistent.
I don't think Spark are that consistent, but, you know, I do agree 3-1. I think since integrating Gushui and Crystal, these guys have looked really good.
Keep an eye on Cloudy's health bar here after switching to the Reinhardt. Paris is still able to contest this point without giving it up completely. Shadowbird shield is out. Here's the Graviton Surge from Godspeed. He's been getting those pretty quickly. Soon has one himself, but the Transcendence is enough for Paris to stave off the push of Hangzhou and getting Gushui out of the picture. They'll be satisfied with that, and they won't dig any deeper for us. Have a rally. Gushui's shield very low. We can't do too much, but now use these corners to try and break line of sight. But with Rhea's getting demeched here and soon going for yet another Graviton Surge in just a moment. This is looking very good for Paris.
Yeah, Paris up to 90%, so they've started to mount this big comeback. Soon's going to use his grab. You had Godspeed in it. But I mean, at this point, you need to just use it, pick up the eliminations. There's only 2 players alive here for the Spark.
Gushui tried to push up and take advantage of Bebe's Transcendence, but now there's any other out of position.
I think Shadowbird actually takes a shot there, right off the rip from Crystal.
You gotta be careful of that one. The enemy Widowmaker can find you from sport, but the Tracer duel is resolved and Soon gets the win there. A lot of players on their comfort DPS picks here, man. That's a good sign for Paris. Soon's opened up and found 2. One should let him in. He's gonna take everything.
I mean, this is the type of game that Paris Eternal want to play right now. You get the damage dealers in play, Shadowburn on the Pharah.
It's where he belongs. He feels like he's home. Again, who's to go for healer? Gushui's very well shielded up to 5 health. Tried to take on Crystal, but Rhea was there. And now he's trying to do a 1 better on that Tracer roll. That's 3 for Rhea. Normally a player we see on Demon duty, but he is doing some serious damage. But the Eternal down now, the Sparks just have to vacate the point pretty quickly. Maybe stall it out for a little bit, or maybe they take it back. Minefield for Shadowbird. He flew a little bit too low. And Rhea getting rid of Cruz now. That's 2. He's looking for Gray, and he'll get it. Another 3K from the Tracer at Hangzhou Spark. Nico's able to fire back, but he was hacked and couldn't do anything.
Lijiang Tower, it is, of course, going to be Garden and Rhea and Gushui, both 2 really strong players. Gushui getting the minefield down, and then Rhea comes in with the cleanup, assisted by the health from the sound barrier, and they put themselves at last fight territory over a rather one-sided round thus far.
Will be quite a pain, but he gets hacked to EMP employed just to get that hammered off the point. Soon taken down by Rhea once more. Shadowbird returning. He is also had Crystal gets himself an Anubis this time. And it is essentially a foregone conclusion. Paris just want to try and keep it going. Be a little bit annoying. Gray, another switch. Not only being able to get aggressive, but also being able to peel easier as Winston is a big deal. And Soon can't do too much here. There's so much protection available. And the Brigitte from Crystal. Soon gets completely shut down. What do? Do you get a Tracer here if you Soon? Try and play something a bit more mobile?
Well, I mean, I think...
Bit back and forth here on Lijiang. Spark ultimately winning it out, but it was pretty contested and kind of slow all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see the debut of the Wrecking Ball Goats by the Paris Eternal, something that another Chinese team is no stranger to. We got a little bit of the DPS play returning, Soon making his Tracer known, but honestly, across the board, not much happening, and even though it was a 2-1 set, or 2-1 map rather, very, very quiet, all things considered.
Well, we're gonna have to pick up the pace heading into Temple of Anubis if either team wants to really get the lead in this series.
Danye dropping down. Yeah. Still no Sombra ultimate. The Spark are very segmented right now. All right, you drop down, you use it here. Danye gets the MP immediately. A pulse bomb even from Rhea, but it maybe wasn't necessary. Losing Godspeed and Adora though, Matt, not ideal because Cruz on the Mercy just brings Danye back into the fold.
Yeah, I mean, this comp...
Spark throwing out the EMP and getting the first pick here, LaFawn, but they just can't connect on anything else.
Yeah, it comes down to the fact that Danye and Soon both do really, really well at keeping the damage through, and across the board, Paris finding those pickoffs that they need to stabilize and hold on out.
But in this case, it's been quite enough. Su gets pile driver, and Gushui has 3 already. This is going to be pretty one-sided now after such a good hold. I like the immortality field placed down there by Gray. Going to be tough to get rid of, but Gushui swings in and gets the job done. 4 kills for the Wrecking Ball in this fight. He's everywhere at once. And there's nothing left for the Paris Eternal as Gushui gets 5 final blows. Their opposition is much more healing than they do. Look at Adora straight over the gap here. Oh, they've caught Cloudy out yet again. Going down first in this fight as he did in the previous one. Now the Eternal once more have to try and hang on without their main tank. It's going to be interesting. You see Adora sort of moving to the backline and shield bashing anyone who extends too far. Now without Su, not only are Paris without their main tank, but also a lot of their damage. Again, more stall on the point. The Paris Eternal are just trying to keep this one going. The clock is getting rather low. Time bank for the Spark down on about 1 minute 15 seconds, and even the May pick coming in now from Su. Wall up now, an ice block, and he'll sit there and chill for a moment. But he will eventually be it's so annoying. He will eventually get removed, and that will be it. The Spark, Mark! Across the point he goes with the EMP connecting onto multiple players, and Godspeed is currently sleeping it off. The Eternal have a brief window, and Gray fights 2. Doing damage to the backline is Anna, and Danye gets in. Here's the opening that Paris were looking for now. Danye able to roam freely, looking to try and chase down IDK here on this Mercy, and again, another Sneak Start connects. Gray has done a huge amount of work, but it's not time for the Transcendence to come out, and Gray goes down. The Caduceus Blaster from IDK able to secure the kill on the Ana, and Danye needs to live more than he has before. It's 2 though. The melee kill on IDK is the opener, and then he's going to push in with the deflect. Gushui is rolled over. Although Godspeed can get back and get rid of Cloudy here, Danye falls. Adora trying to do 5th play. It's 1-for-1 stuff. It's just the Tracer on the point right now. Godspeed really needs to hold on here. He's up against 2 though. Nick goes low. Godspeed ducks back, gets a health back. Can he get the D-suit here on Nico? This would be massive. He's got no help right now.
Got no teammates.
He's going in overtime, and eventually he succumbs. It was close, but the Eternal get to keep going.
I'm going to say it every time we have a Genji play, LaFon. I've missed the Cyborg Ninja so much.
And here, Danya getting the dash resets through, assisted by the EMP, and Paris Eternal with 0 time remaining. They do unlock point A and keep their map hopes alive.
Gray gonna bring that one in, and now Cruz is gonna lay in a sound barrier into the mix. Gushui and Adora, should I say, have to back up as quickly as they can, and now the Eternal have a lot of room on the point. With IDK going down and not much time difference between these 2 teams, the Eternal looking like they have a real shot here, Matt.
One direction, goes right on in.
Done immediately.
Not gonna live long.
Godspeed trying to make his way forward. He probably has plenty of charge, but not a lot of health. That's the trade-off there. IDK gets rid of Cloudy. And look at the back. Rhea's just chilling out here. A grab thrown directly at a Diva is quite a ballsy play to make. But now the Hangzhou Spark are going to try and contest here with a Rhea who got a sound barrier despite not being in his mech. IDK is stalling it out. They're trying to get the Paris Eternal into overtime here, but they're not able to get it done with a Riptire. This will be adding to his already 2 kills in this fight, and finding Cruz was big, but Cloudy went up to the high ground and dealt with Adora, who wasn't able to take action while using that Riptire. Super returns to the point. Gray on the Widowmaker. He's now switched over to the Sniper, and he's found 2, but Godspeed might be able to save the day. It's overtime. Paris streaming onto the point now. Danye getting some brick protection for the defense matrix, and a recall is required from Godspeed. He can't chase down the enemy Genji. He'll have to stay alive now because IDK has fallen. The reinforcements are on the way, but Godspeed is cut down. Gray with another one. And he's in a great spot here to pressure Bebe, prevent the Zenyatta from testing and challenging the point. And the Eternal are broken through. They go to secret weapon, the Portuguese Sniper.
You know, a lot of people may not be familiar with Gray as a hit scan player, but he's actually very proficient at all kinds of DPS.
Yeah, Gray's actually, I've been covering him for a very long time in terms of his career, and he has been consistently a flexible support player in so much as he gets to play the DPS a ton. And here he proves it on the Widowmaker, headshot after headshot, and actually allows the Eternal to take the point and put themselves in a position to win out here.
Pulse bomb attempt that was thrown on Nico. It's enough to get him de-suited, and Gray is picked off by Godspeed. Danya needs to make a difference now, though. It's Blade now, or it's Blade never. Sound barrier comes down, and here it comes. Danya into the mix. What can he find? He sees a Brigitte and thinks twice about that one. No interest in getting shield bash out of his ultimate, so he finds very little. He's forced to retreat back to one of the perches on the high ground now. But with Rhea getting de-suited and taken down by Cloudy, a big opening here for the Paris Eternal. Scan moments left, but Gray comes back here this time on the Sombra. This man is playing everything. Nico trying to stall out as he pushes off the point there. Eventually gets chased down and soon falls into Gushui. That's not a good sign. Wins so good against these more vulnerable compositions. He jumps right in. The mobility and damage is there. And the Hangzhou Spark saved the Eternal off. Spark have started capturing the point here. That is a huge pile driver knock-up on the Paris Eternal. They need to stop this capture at some point. Rhea's gone down. Gooseray gets brought back there with a Holt, and Danye doesn't have a shield to play from right now. Adora is doing a lot of damage and not really being contested. You're looking for the kill on Danye, but it's Sebastian that gets the better. Got to be able to chime back in, and once again, it's a 2v3 situation favouring the Eternal on the point right now. Soon knocked into the air, now he'll take to the skies himself. Try and get rid of Gooseray, but Godspeed wants to ruin his day. Comes back in with a translocator, and Cruz was there! The Mercy pocket to save the day!
Now maybe Rhea to touch, he gets taken out, it's going to be all on Gooseray.
Dunye's going to be holding the door right now with that tank configuration. Overtime, 1 tick of progress was already gained from the Spark prior, but they need to fully capture this point here before they need to think of continuing work. Gooseray going down, Adora is also missing. Gray going to get that air matrix to the high ground. They still opt to drop down.
Paris, little rough around the edges, but off the back of some great DPS play from Gray and Danye, ironically not so much Soon, they're going to take Temple of Anubis, tie us up 1-1 heading into Eichenwald.
Comes down, self-destruct as well.
There it is, Gooseray goes for the Shatter here, but the rest of his team is able to get away from the self-destruct now. Cloudy, Shatter, he gets 2 with that one, Adora, 90k get eaten up. So they've eaten their last horse for now. Gooseray backing up. And Baby does not want to be here at all. So the Paris Eternal are able to move up into the point. A biting grenade as a parting gift doesn't really do a whole lot here again. Start committing a little bit more. Shatter attempt there. Gooseray and Godspeed are both knocked to the ground, but Baby is there to the rescue with the Transcendence. Now here comes the crackback Shatter, but no one from the Eternal is knocked down. Gooseray finds nothing with that one. Transcendence here for self-destruct comes in over the top. They got real with it. Looks like he was desuited after sending his own bomb in, and he wasn't able to avoid the blast. Now it's up to IDK, but all he can do is stall out here. And Paris have got to be very happy with this. Much better from Cloudy. Gooseray got stunned. He tried to get Chiz. However, he manages to salvage the situation by picking Cruz up with the charge in. But soon you can see him on the left-hand side. Baby gets completely nuked. And he is charged up and ready to really hit hard. Sound barrier now. And you know it's not ideal when only 2 players are benefiting from it. IDK tried to keep it up, but Paris.
If they don't go quick, he may be able to get that.
Looking for it now, but pressure on a Cloudy seems to be the order of the day, and getting rid of him might just make this a little bit easier. Grab thrown in. Now Adora trying to get a lot of work done with the rocket flail. And that will be it. The Hangzhou Spark come back in now. Cloudy has that put on him. He will need to put his shield up. Here comes the Shadow. No, it was an attempt. Inside the Graviton Surge. Now comes the Shadow a little bit later on. He actually gets on towards Bebe and Adora in the backside. Gooseray gets 3 though. Yes, the running was in play, but Gray was taken out. That was not ideal to get caught like that one. This time in the Ryan battle, it's Gooseray who gets the upper hand.
Yeah, lands the big Shatter, and I didn't know if they were going to actually have the follow-up, but...
We talked earlier about Gusha being integrated into this roster, and for very good reason. He's a main tank that makes his presence felt.
Well, and you know, as much as I love talking up Gooseray, I could do it all day long. It's honestly Cloudy who kind of drops the ball here. A counter Shatter is something that even down in the open division you should really learn to expect, so Cloudy gonna have to step it up a little bit if Paris want to stay competitive here.
And he's credited for that kill, so he may have just walked off the edge. Or there could have been a collision. Either way, there's going to be now Soundbarrier brought into the fight, but this could be rough. Cruz is not going to survive, nor is Shadowburn. Now Rhea will just be able to push back. Soon's trying to get away with whatever energy he's been able to steal from the fight. But that payload is going to get to point B. Very low, but in order to do so, he has to put himself in a bit of danger himself. There it is. He lays it down and he finds Cloudy. That's enough. They're just looking for the pick here. With Shadowman following soon after. You can see what Godspeed is able to do now that there are no shields really available at all. Gray falls. Nico trying to stall things out on the cart once more. But the Eternal are in the lead in time bank at the very least. The Spark go down below 1 minute. It's to be the 1. Zoom's done up, he's taken down! That might be the opening the Spark we're looking for there, getting rid of a big source of damage at the side of the Paris Eternal, and Cloudy had nowhere to go. He was pinned up against the wall, and Gooseray does the same to Shadowburn. The Spark, it's uncommon to see teams break through on point A on the first fight. They didn't even need any ultimates to do it, and now they're going to have some, but there's no chance for Hangzhou to really capitalize on Nova. Now a grab to follow it up. Remember, Godspeed is way ahead of Soon in terms of charging that one up. The Eternal it up well, but no! Man overboard! IDK sends Gray packing over the ramparts, and Shadowburn isn't healthy enough to continue this fight. The Spark will not be stopped. Graviton, there's more Transcendence available for Hangzhou. Look how they stave off the damage, perfect. Although nice biting grenade, Gray realizing switching towards Ana could be the ticket to countering out that Transcendence and ending the round here. And looks like he was right. Godfrey's going to try and make some magic happen here with the Graviton Surge, but Cloudy was there. Earthshatter gets Rhea desuited. Godfrey is down, and Paris finally stopped the card.
Here, we've seen no shortage of overtime pushes, but Gray gets a little bit tired of it, Paul, and takes matters quite literally into his own hands.
And it's great.
And Paris finally stopped.
Both Cloudy and Soon, a little bit low on health at times there. If Guxue lives, he can easily run them both down, and Spark could complete that map, but they're not going to get the chance to, and it gives Paris a great opening heading into their own time bank round.
And early damage to take from these fights. Oh, that's a great displacement of Guxue, and he gets taken down straight away. Welcome to Book City.
Both teams really starting their defenses out strong, right?
It ain't telling that.
Guxue plays far up.
Yes, they kept Bebe on Arno just to get that Anubis on Guxue, but Soon is there. Shatter is gone. Oh! Guxue knocked down for Soon. It's okay. It was all a ruse. He's a trained stuntman. And he lands on the ledge. Some high-flying stuff from the Paris Eternal, but they comfortably win the fight. And that, they have some of those ultimates left over, like you said. It doesn't connect. Now they go for the Paris Eternal. Nico sends in the ball. Will it connect? Guxue down. And now Rhea gets desuited. Bebe to fall. And IDK is going to try and keep this one going. But the Hangzhou Spark have got a bit ahead of themselves. Godspeed will try, but try as he might.
Gray coming in clutch, giving his team the win condition, and they push their way on through, but it's still at least one more map of this series. They're going to have to try and close it out on Junkertown, and clutch only lasts so long.
Sound barrier for the Hangzhou Spark, though. They're trying to play out of line of sight of the Bastion now with a 4-player EMP and Baby landing the biting grenade. This will definitely slow the Eternal down. The problem is Guxue still can't hang with Soon in the back corner, and he will continue putting damage down. The Spark just need to shelter from the rain of bullets to try and keep the payload contested.
They're trying to hide behind the little boxes, and it's not working out. Here comes Soon. I mean, you're only going to live for so long.
The one in the front line here. He doesn't want to be going face to face with Brig, but Nico and Soon are going to be there. Soon is able to reposition himself, and the payload the entire time is going to be able to keep moving once more.
Yeah, and I think you really have to love.
And now Soon has his grab. Can he get the damage in behind the shield? Guxue doesn't look likely. Not with the sound barrier. Nico does find IDK, but his job was already done. The Lucio ult got applied. And now the Paris Eternal have no one left except for Cruz. He's sat on the payload, awaiting his time. Destiny comes for us all. Drop down and commit to the payload. Rhea's taken out. That is a chunky bionic grenade onto 3, and David's able to finish the kill on Dunye. EMP onto 3 as well. Soon looking to try and get rid of Godspeed, but Godspeed just gets Cloudy and gets out. Gets away with murder and back to spawn. Point blank Crystal finds the body shot and the finish. He's in a safe position to get extra damage, but that payload has been slowed down here. With Cloudy being resurrected, the Eternal have a little bit more durability, but it may not matter. Headshot onto Nico. Dunye needs to be very careful. Crystal knows where you are. He can see through those walls and finding another one, finishing off Cloudy with the body shot. Hangzhou get to point A. Just thrown Cloudy in there, potentially to slow this fight down even more. But there's another EMP here from Nico. Yet another. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Huge connection. Everybody on the Hangzhou Spark gets EMP, but they get Nico. Just as he pops out of it now, there needs to be a capitalization. But there is none. The Paris Eternal, the setup was perfect. They couldn't have asked for any more than that. Biting grenade gets thrown into. Pulse bomb gets eaten up by Rhea and Dunye. It's the saddest tactical visor I've seen in a while. And despite a 6-player EMP to Spark, weather the electrical storm. And now they're on pace to finish the map and win it.
You have Nico there as well. Bait the EMP out, then use the nano boost to keep them alive on through it.
Going to do it anyway. There's no chance of getting anyone else on the Eternal with that EMP with how split they are. But they have to contest. They have to touch the payload. That was so close. 0.09 meters. Paris almost C9 that in the hugest way possible. Nico getting taken down by the self-destruct. His mech is now no more. Soon, a Deadeye. A Hail Mary one at that. He's holding this one for a long time. No, but he gets...
Now, Junkertown is known as the home of the weird and wacky, right? And no clearer is that with Soon flexing over to the McCree into the Super McCree composition. Unfortunately, if you're not hitting headshots, if you're not hitting those left clicks, then you kinda aren't very effective, and soon he finds that out the hard way as, surprise, Sombra really good at avoiding McCree's range.
the Super McCree comp doesn't quite pan out for Paris. Soon tries his best to shut down Gushui, but ultimately can't shut down the Sombra. GG go next for Paris. It's gonna be map 5. It's gonna be Busan in a do or die for both these squads.
The Paris Eternally come out with a Reinhardt 3-3, got the Spark. They're going to do the exact same.
There you go. Paris' first map 5.
I mean, technically they are undefeated.
I
now Lion.
But Hangzhou are the ones that really like to take the map 5 here. They're like this season's Philadelphia Fusion, I guess.
Yeah, right.
But there it is. So that early anything at all, Cloud is in deep trouble here. He is not in a position to protect his team, but soon body blocks with his own personal bubble, and Shadowburn blocked it with his own shield. A 2-for-1 trade though now as Paris don't get it nearly as much value out of their ultimates as Hangzhou do.
Yeah, it may not be enough for Paris to be able to hold on to the point though, as you see Spark push on forward soon. Still alive here though, as I know IDK coming on forward. Yeah, everybody else coming back from the spawn for Paris.
Regardless, it didn't work. And now they need to play behind these pillars because the Spark are in control of the point, and that control is continuing to tick up now. 85 to 76. The Eternal realize they need to get them off the point now, but they don't have the players nor the resources to stage a retake.
The Transcendence use here from Gray, it's a little bit late, but probably needed to use it anyway because you would not get another fight. Nico over the top, just trying to get a touch here. Keep this one going. Version of the 3-3.
Cruz finding the pick on Godspeed there. Clearly Gushui wasn't able to keep him shielded up. But Cloudy eventually goes down, and without Nico's net, there is no durability right now for Paris.
Yeah, and I mean, what you do if you're the Spark is you push on forward, you take control of this choke, maybe have one player go down, cap the point. That player will be Rhea. He said into the point, in control of this very important choke point, so there's the choke again.
He gets grabbed. Everyone all in the corner. Earthshatter coming out. What a big shatter. 4 for Cloudy. Trying to swing down the Spark, and it was a perfect response at the latest possible moment. The Paris Eternal, thanks to Cloudy, get themselves out of what would have been a lost round, a lost map, a lost series, right at the last moment.
Godsby sitting in a corner, hiding away. Very surprising because Zarya's a large model, but he gets the Graviton Surge out, and wait a second. Paul, I don't think this goes the way Hangzhou thought it was.
No, see, the thing is, Cloudy has this ability called the Earth Shatter that stops them from dying. He gets that one onto the majority of Spark, and through that, Paris come back into that fight.
Special shout out to Cruz, of course, for the sound barrier, keeping everyone healthy. But Hangzhou going to have to look for the closeout just another little bit later.
Grab. Where do you use it? He waits out. IDK sound barrier. Maybe has his Transcendence now. He may have lost his window of opportunity. The Transcendence comes out early though. So he's going to sit and wait. Oh no! Rhea! He's eaten the grab! And out of Paris Eternal are out of options. Cruz gets stunned up there, and once more, a failed grab is going to cost the Eternal a heck of a lot. Godsby is charged up, he's close to a grab of his own now, he's going to chase Soon down and make him rue every moment. He has to sit on that point.
We've talked down Soon quite a bit in this particular video, and I think here we're not going to stop because unfortunately, Paris has the win condition established. They have avoided the Transcendence, they've avoided the sound barrier, and the Graviton Surge is quite literally something that can win Paris the map. Unfortunately, Soon completely forgets D.Va exists, launches the grab straight into the Matrix, and GG go next indeed for Paris as they end up losing out Busan. We talked at the top about how this was going to be a tightly contested series, both these teams struggling, but Paris, in all honesty, did not deserve the win. Too many chances thrown away, and Soon, special shout out to you. Please stop getting your grabs eaten.
You know, Paris, they seem to be struggling a little bit with that Zarya role throughout this whole season, right? Between Soon and Shadowburn. If only Europe had, you know, some good Zarya players in it. In case you couldn't tell, that was sarcastic. There's lots of good Zaryas. Please get one, Paris. But they're not going to have them today, and they're not going to have the win either. Hangzhou Spark going to be taking that 3-2. That'll be it for the Paris Eternal versus the Hangzhou Spark. If you liked the video, hit the button down below for that. If not, leave us a comment. Let us know what we can do better. We're always looking to improve. But either way, make sure you tune in to Elohell Esports for more Overwatch content.